Hello, welcome back to Sheethy Car Mod. Before we begin, we have new merchandise. Hashtag Team Ionite. It's from that one series that was a little while back that there isn't a season 3 for it, but I didn't do any merch back then, so you can show your support for Team Ionite. So it's here now. Represent.com/Captain Sparkles for the next couple weeks. If you're interested, let's start off with number 19. This counts, right? Yeah, I guess that sort of counts, but also it's not really you trying to make your car look cool and being unsuccessful at it. It's more just you trying to not have to take your car into somewhere where they'll actually mount a tow hook to the frame of your car. So you're endangering everybody else on the road. So that's just dangerous, and don't do that. If you don't have a tow hook, get it installed properly. This Ferrari, did you not realize that the wing goes on the back of the car, and that if you put the wing backwards on the front of the car, isn't that going to create lift? You also have the brake light right here. The spoiler comes pre-installed with what looks to be a brake light, and you're like, yeah, this goes on the front of the car. It's very important for the people in front of me to know that I'm hitting the brakes, just in case they're coming in the other direction. When I'm driving the wrong way, they'll know, he's aware he made a mistake, he's hitting the brakes. That's just also gonna obstruct your vision. Why would you've gotta know that's not right. Quick and easy weight reduction mod. I mean, it will reduce weight. I bet each of those doors probably weighs like, I don't actually know how much a door weighs. 100 pounds? See, that's like 200 pounds right there. As easy as not driving with a passenger. And if you already don't have a passenger, then it's like driving with 2 less passengers. Is that legal? Actually, it's probably legal to drive with doors off. It's just not very practical, when you don't want things to be stolen from your car and or you get in an accident. It's probably kind of unsafe. But yeah, weight reduction. Or maybe this person's transporting the car as it's being worked on from like shop to shop. Yeah, it's interesting if that's permanently like it. Garry's mod car. I mean, I feel like it's got to be a joke. I don't know that anyone does it have a motor in it? Or did you just put wheels on a metal tub? It might just be a wagon. I don't know. By this standards, you could post a red flyer wagon on this suburb and be like, look at this attempt to be a car. Kids, you're lame. You don't even have an engine attached to your red flyer wagon. Get on our level. We got motors to power us. You have to pull with your stupid handle. You guys are so lame. Actually, like 1 horsepower on one of those things would probably be deadly. Less weight equals more speed. Seems like we've got a common theme this week, starting with removing the doors of your car. But hey, if you've got a 4-door car instead of just a 2-door like that first one, you can remove double the weight. And then you can also just chop the roof off of your car. Stupid convertibles. Why do they spend so much time engineering a whole reinforcing the bottom of the car when they can just chop the roof off of the regular coupe version? It's so silly. I don't know why they spend so much money reinforcing the bottom of the car. It's almost like the roof is an integral part of the car's stability. And when you remove that, if you don't apply extra engineering consideration to other parts of the car, it's not gonna work very well, and it could just break in half. A little bit concerning to think about the fact that the only thing connecting the front and back, I reversed that with the cursor, the front and the back, which are larger portions of the vehicle here, is just that. That's all. That is all. That piece of metal right there is the only thing connecting the front and back. Not even any closed doors to just reinforce it ever so slightly with the door latches going from side to side. No, just imagine the flexion as it goes over bumps. Ugh, a different kind of mod. Yeah, I guess it's kind of practical. Does a really good job at actually like dividing portions of the meal. Also, that looks delicious. Some rice. It looks kind of like orange chicken, but it's probably not orange chicken. I want to order me some Panda Express. I haven't had Panda Express in too long. God, the orange chicken is delicious. This isn't even sponsored by them. Who doesn't like some good old orange chicken though? Whew. Probably not so quality in the good for you department, but whew, and also a lot of calories. Whew, but real good. Whew. 100 inches of sheethy. 100-inch wide. Oh. That looks dangerous. I mean, I guess they did it for... Looks like it's like a turtle. Looks like it's like a sea turtle. It's like turning its flippers when you turn the wheel. They did this for a reason though, right? Like it's actually supposed to help with harvesting whatever they're doing or preparing the field to plant more stuff. But then they went and added a thing to the front of the hood and they're doing rolling coal, which I'm sorry, I can't get behind the whole rolling coal thing. I just don't see the point of it. That just looks so dangerous. Imagine getting within 100 inches of that thing. God damn it. God damn it. The rolling coal thing. So dumb. This spoiler. The whole thing lit up when he hit the brakes. The Hulk. Mighty Love. Huh. Why does it say Mighty Love? Hey, you know what? Porsche 911, Volkswagen Beetle, they pretty much have the same origins. You know, you get the big wing on the GT3 RS, the GT2 RS. It's kind of unfair that the Volkswagen Bug gets left out of the equation. It says Mighty Love on the wheel, but the Bug doesn't get no love when it comes to spoilers. So this person decided to take matters into their own hands and add the big spoiler on top. See, the thing is, you should have put it like off here, where the Porsche spoiler would have come off, rather than putting it like way up on top. Because that way, I don't know if that's doing more drag than it should be. But I appreciate you got the right idea. Also, you got some caps over the wheel, you know, getting rid of that turbulent airflow. If you see in the new McLaren Speedtail, they have that on the front wheels, which I'm sure is what they're trying to emulate. They were like, that looks like a good engineering concept that McLaren did on the front wheels. Let's put it on all of ours. Because I assume it's on front and back. It's quality. This thing's a speed demon. Who knows? Maybe they have like 500 horsepower under the hood or something. I don't know. Sounded like a weed whacker when it left. It kind of just looks like a car that was left there for too long, and eventually some people were just like, let's spray paint it and cut something out of the hood, except I'm assuming that the owner actually did this themselves. So is that the exhaust? Did you make it so that rather than coming out the back, the exhaust it's like a couple of lopsided smokestacks? Which usually when you have an opening in the hood, it's not for exhaust chimneys. I don't know, part of me just thinks like it was left out and then they were like, all right, I don't care anymore. Let's just do some other stuff to it. Welcome to Kansas. Thought Patrol. I mean, I guess we are in Kansas now. I don't know why you would put that as a decal across the front windshield of your vehicle, but to each his own. The color is nice. It's got that kind of Miami blue-esque Q looking thing. Interesting choice of sticker. It creates like a perception when people see the vehicle. You could be a very, very nice person, but it creates some prejudging when you do that. Bumblebee's acid tripping brother. That's quite the donk right there. Are donks like traditionally Camaros? Because it seems like when we get the donks on the subreddit, most of the time they are Camaros. I don't know the rules of donk culture, okay? Other than to be able to identify what a donk is. Look at how close that wheel or the tire clearance is there. If you get like a rock that sticks to your tire, it's just gonna ram right into that thing. And in fairness, the GT3 RS, kind of similar. There's not really much in the way of tire defender clearance. I could probably comment the same thing about my own car. But it was like that from the factory. I just feel badly for other people on the road when it comes to chrome vehicles like that, because you just get blinded. It's bad enough when you get the sun that hits at just the wrong angle off a little strip of reflective material around a window or something, but that is just, I can't see anymore. I'm blind. I have a permanent hole in my cornea from the sunlight reflecting off your car. This belongs to a guy I went to high school with. How is it even street legal? Honestly, it looks like they took the car and then they lifted it up with a crane and dropped it. Hey, he's got that camber though. I'm sure his cornering is really impressive on track. Probably works really well, even though I actually don't know how the wheels turn. Hey, how do you turn wheels when they're like that? Does it even work? Do you even have room for the wheels to turn, or does it just hit into the bodywork? Yeah, it just looks like something stepped on it. It's like just minding its own business in the middle of the parking lot. And then out of nowhere, just a large foot just stepped on it, walked away, and left it like this. And they returned to their car like, damn it. I hate it when a giant steps on my car. It's a real hazard these days. Looks like I got stung by a bee. Oh my God, we've seen this one on Awful Taste but Great Execution. It looks like it struck again out in the wild, because this is a different photo, but same car. It's the hippo-mobile, just slightly swollen in the front, probably about to tip over from all the added weight up there. And now, I don't know if the baby hippo was up there before. I can't remember that. Now there's a baby hippo. I like it. Weird flex, but okay. This is the one acceptable time for this to be used. I'm ready for this meme to die. I don't know where it originated. Sometimes it's used properly when someone is actually flexing, like when I posted an Instagram photo recently where I was flexing my quad. So everyone was like, you skip leg day? I'm like, no, I actually do hit leg day. Anyway, it's acceptable for that response in that circumstance, but also people just reply to it for no particular reason, just because they want to use the phrase. It's like, no, there's a time and a place, and this is it. When you have a limo, Ford Flex, good use of the phrase. One of the few good uses of it. Are we gonna forget what Deadmau5 did to a 458? I don't actually find this to be a Sheet the Car mod, but Ferrari themselves did, because they sent him a cease and desist letter to remove the wrap because it was damaging to their brand. They saw it that way. That made me a little bit sad to see. I thought it was pretty great, and I also think it was like for the Gumball Rally or something. Everyone does crazy stuff to their car, and it's a wrap. It can be taken off. Ferrari, I love your cars, but it was a little disappointing to see when you cease and desisted him. Not that you're listening to me or watching these videos or anything like that, but it's all in good fun. Ferrari probably wouldn't like the wrap that I've done to mine either. I at least have not gotten a cease and desist, because it's not that extreme, but I don't think they'd like that. Mick demonetized Evil Brother. Crack Panther. It's so creepy. If it was middle of the night, I'm walking down the sidewalk, I turn around and that thing's parked as I've just walked by it, I'd probably freak out for a second and think I'm hallucinating until I realize that someone actually did that to their car. That seems like a bad thing to do though, because you're actually restricting the airflow to the car, and it needs that. That's there for a reason, that opening. When you really enjoy the old Chevrolet, I guess it's still going, the Chevron cars with the eyes and stuff. The rare and beautiful Subaru Troutback. Hey, you gotta respect the dedication and the effort. If that it looks like a paint job, probably not a wrap. Cause it fades out and stuff. I don't know, I think that was hand done, and you gotta respect that they advertise what they are doing with that vehicle. I assume this person really likes to fish. Maybe you're seeing them at the fish and game store right now. That's where they're parked, right front and center. Maybe they work there. And then on the weekends, they go for fishing outings. You never know. They buy into the lifestyle, and they want to ensure that their car reflects that. Also, it almost looks like the headlights. I don't know if they've modified it at all, but the headlights almost look a bit like fish eyes. A little bit, you know? This is sheethy and awesome. I love it so much. I feel like the snow would kind of push it. Where's the engine? Is it in there? Where did they put it? Is it under the seat? Is it in the trunk? There used to be one there, but it's not there anymore. Unless it's powered by this bottle. Is it a potato? It's got the electrodes in it, you know, the old potato science experiment battery. Not really enough power to push even an ice cube out of the way, but it looks cool. There's some really, really cool tiny cars though. The Galpin collection, they've got a few of them, and you sit where the steering stock is. Some of the cases they open from the front. I do like tiny cars. They'd be terrifying to drive in this day and age, but they're pretty cool. I just don't know how it goes, that's all. I'm confused about that one tiny little thing about how it moves, but otherwise, pretty cool stuff. All right, well, that's about it. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you liked. Check out the playlist in the description if you want to catch more Sheethy Car mods. Subscribe if you're not already, and represent.com/Captain Sparkles for the next couple weeks. Hashtag Team Ionite. I'll see you later.